Welcome everybody in to the virtual Daytona International Speedway for the Week 12 Racing League's 2025 Daytona 500. We are going 100 laps here tonight in the Gen 6 Cup car, one of my favorite cars to watch on the super speedways. We will take a stage break here tonight at lap number 30, and all the cars in tonight's field will have 80% fuel. They'll get one fast repair, so one redo in case they are caught up in a wreck, and 3 tire sets. They're all fixed setups here tonight, and we are live here on the PGR eSports Network. I am your host here tonight, owner of PGR, Michael Triscaro, and I am eager to get this thing going here from Daytona. And I want to thank everybody here at the Week 12 Racing League for having PGR eSports come on board to broadcast tonight's event. I'll be solo up here tonight, usually with my co-host Matthew Baker, but tonight going solo here for 100 laps around this World Center of Racing in Daytona. The sun is shining. Looks like we're going to have about 20 entries here in tonight's field, and hopefully some really good racing. You see the speedway map there, and the temperature on the track, 107 degrees. So a hot track temp here with an 82 degree ambient temp. A little bit of wind, 7 mile an hour, and a little bit of clouds rolling on here. Partly cloudy right now with some sun sprinkling through. We're going to get you down to the track right now. A couple of cars still on the track qualifying, and looking forward, like I said, to tonight's race. And we will get that starting grid right out for everybody. As you see right there, that is going to be the 21. It looks up. There we go. That's Wesley Napier right there, 95. That's the 4 there of Nick Sipple. He is a driver for actually Team PGR. He looks like he got in this league here today, driving that Grave Digger Mustang. And there's the 21 we were going to talk about. Zachary Taylor here on track in that good wrench yellow and white. He's got some hot pink numbers there. It looks like a really cool car. We'll see if that car, that 21, can get the victory lane here tonight. If you are a viewer, thank you for tuning on in. This is PGR eSports Network, and this is Michael Triscaro, your host and owner of PGR. PGR eSports is a host to the PGR 500 at SummerSlam 499, along with the Intimidator Super Speedway Series every Thursday night. Basically a money racing super speedway community, and that's why we're excited to call this race here tonight, as this is our wheelhouse, Daytona International Speedway. And we love the Gen 6 Cup car. It's one of the most fun cars here on iRacing. Just like similar to the next-gen cars with the amount of runs these cars generate. As we take you high above in the Goodyear blimp once again, as these cars get set the grid here at Daytona. In a couple of minutes, we'll get to your grid in just 1 second. Dylan Chappelle Sr. right now looks like he'll be your pole sitter, with Nick Sipple to his outside. And show you a cool image here before we go green there in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. And that is the Daytona 500, the 2025 Daytona 500 trophy image right there. That's going to be 3D printed for tonight's race champion. So looking forward to see who that hardware is going to go to here in the Week 12 Racing League. We're hoping to be able to cover some more of these races on into the season here. This is the Cup Series for the Week 12 Racing League. So these are the top guns all going for Daytona glory here tonight. Godzilla in the chat saying have fun tonight, and that we will. And we'll see if these drivers can get some green laps in. We always want to see some green flag laps if we can. And also, we're going to be going down to your grid here in just a minute. And we'll hope to bring some live interviews here in tonight's race. We got a bunch of these guys in their Discord here tonight, so hopefully we could bring some of these guys up during some of the caution laps here tonight, if there are any, especially during that competition caution we're going to be throwing at lap number 30. And we'll see if we can get some words with some of the drivers in this field tonight, get a little different perspective on how the racing is. So we'll have to keep up with that here in the chat. Chase Dog now in the chat asking what's going on here. And this is going to be a Gen 6 Daytona 500, even though it's going to be a half of a Daytona 500 at 100 laps here tonight. I want to bring up that scoring tower for you here at the top as we get set to grid here. See that trophy there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. An awesome 3D printed trophy going to tonight's winner. And also want to say thank you to all the sponsors here tonight. There's Admin Box is going to be one of the sponsors here in this race, as is Keep Digging there in the bottom left-hand corner. Also, one of the main sponsors here for the Week 12 Racing League, that's going to be the G3 graphics right there you see. So thank you to our sponsors for coming out here and supporting these guys here tonight at Daytona, as we get set to show you our grid results here. They're going to be up here on the screen as we take you down, hopefully, to the grid here in just a second as these cars begin to grid. It's going to be Dylan Chappelle Sr. of the Dream Team Racing. He will start on your front row with Nick Sipple of PGR eSports. That'll be your front row here tonight. Ron Wayne from Carolina, he's in the 39 machine. He will start in your third position here in the second row, as well as Chase Willis from Georgia. He will start in the fourth position. Cole Snyder for Dream Team Racing, he will start fifth tonight. And Scott Wright, he'll be outside of him in row number 3 in sixth position. Seventh position here tonight, Nathan Lehman of Cold Dog Racing. And starting eighth tonight, Robert Dorman from Florida here in the 46 car. Starting ninth will be Zachary Tyler. And starting 10th, rounding out your top 10 here tonight, Claire Murphy. Starting in the 11th position here is going to be Shane Van. And on your outside, that's going to be Larry Bobbitt in the 12th position. Starting 13th will be Trey Gallen from Pennsylvania. And he will be in the 49 machine. Outside him is Casey Bristow. Casey Bristow in the 91 machine, starting in the 14th position here tonight. Jordan B. Anderson from Carolina starts in the 15th position with Wesley Napier on his outside in the 16th position. Starting 17th on the grid tonight, Davey Weaver of Weaver Motorsports. And to his outside will be Kenny T. from Carolina in the 4 machine. And this will be a tough pronunciation here for me. This will be starting 19th, John Zolchewski. I wish I got that one right. Sorry to butcher that. But we'll try to get that right later on in the race. He is a fellow Highland like me, starting 19th position. And starting 20th here tonight will be Christopher Murphy. You see me on there, accidentally joined as a driver here tonight, so disregard that 21st starting spot. So we're going to go with 20 drivers here tonight on this starting grid. And we take you up front here to the front runners. It's going to be Nick Sipple right there leading the way here in the 4. Here comes Dylan Chappelle Sr. here. He is your pole sitter here in the 17 Pizza and Wings machine. As the pace car leads him around Daytona International Speedway, we will go green here when we get around to the front stretch and that tri-oval and to the Geico restart zone. And I am your host if you are just tuning in. My name is Michael Triscaro. On behalf of PGR eSports, we are here live at Daytona International Speedway for 100 laps in the Gen 6 Cup car for the Week 12 Racing League Cup Series. And we are ready to turn these guys loose here for 250 miles, 100 laps on the high banks here of Daytona, 2.5 miles. as Dylan Chappelle and Nick Sipple lead them down here to the green flag. Flagman is ready to get the green flag in the air here tonight. Pace car is going to dive down on the pit lane. Dylan Chappelle Sr. in the 17, Nick Sipple in the 8. As we go green here at Daytona. Senior is going to lead lap number 1 of 100 here tonight. Nick Sipple's going to fall just a little bit farther back there in the middle lane. It's 2 by 2 here, about 10 cars deep. A little train of cars here on the bottom leading here. You got a second pack just behind them as the 24 machine's going to peek outside. What's he going to do? He's going to hesitate just a little bit. There goes the 17. A little bit teamwork right there between the 17 and they get to the high side here at Daytona. Probably the preferred lane. There goes the 4. The great little car of Nick Sipple to the bottom. A lot of experience here on the super speedways for the 4 of Nick Sipple of PGR eSports is going to get clipped by the 39. Ryan Lane as we have 2 laps into 100 laps here with Dylan Chappelle Sr. still leading. Nice shove here from the 24 of Cole. We will have a competition caution here tonight at lap number 30. Actually, a stage break. Stage break at lap number 30 here in the Week 12 Racing League. This is their Daytona 500. Except we are only going 250 miles here tonight. 100 laps around Daytona International Speedway. All these drivers here tonight have a redo in this race if they so in fact need one right now. Pretty calm here on the track. And start get to know this field. You got Cole Snyder here in second position right now from Whitehaven, PA. You see him. Ooh, he's going to get out right now. It's like might be Chase Willis in the 44 Hot Wheels machine there in the blue. By Nick Sipple down the backstretch here right now. He's going to be that lead car on the bottom. Scott right now in the 73 machine. Will be scored 5 as well. So we apologize for that. Ryan Lane here in the 39. That purple car. Looks like a Western Carolina car. Pirates there. Sharp looking car there for Ryan Lane in that Toyota. Talked about Scott Wright a little bit there in the 7th. Let's peek out there in that orange Under Armour paint. Nathan Lehman, Wichita, Kansas, is an 8th grade science teacher driving that Ford here tonight. You see him right there in the 15 stop. That bottom line shot right now by the 21 of Zachary Tyler out of York. Larry Bobbitt there on the high side in the 69 machine. You'll see him there, I believe, in the gray and red. Still get used to some of these NASCAR SVG, but sure enough, out here on the track in the 88 machine is SVG. So pretty cool right there. Claire Murphy here, running in the 5 machine. There's Trey right there, Trey Galgan. Thank you again for having PGR eSports call this race here tonight. He's got that title sponsor here on the hood of his car. And we'll pull that sponsor up right now. That'll be the G3 graphics car there that Trey is carrying. See if that car can get the victory here. Machine. Always a beautiful looking car here at Daytona. And at number 3, North Carolina 81 Mobile 1 Chevrolet. Kenny T in the 4 in tow right there. Casey Bristow from Williamsburg, Virginia. John Souls, we're just going to call him Souls. Let's call him Souls here tonight, the 18. He's a little off pace right now. Lost the draft right there, shown in the 18th position. And Wesley Napier right now not on track for New Washington. So we get back up to the front of the field. It's all Dylan Chappelle Sr. right now from Fountain, South Carolina. Here in the middle lane. And nobody racing too hard just yet. We got 100 laps here at Daytona. Especially these Gen 6 cars, always good to ride around here, especially in the beginning. These cars generate pretty high speeds. Try to catch some of those speeds right here. Back stretch. There's his dashboard right there. 194 miles an hour here on exit. Coming down the backstretch, that's going to raise upwards of 200 miles per hour as it gets into turn number 3. See, it's about 3 in that pack. And there goes the 24 machine. The 24 machine of Cole Snyder now to the point from White. He's going to lead the race leader, Dylan Chappelle, in the dust. And just like that, the 24 now leads here at Daytona. As we get to that number 10 here, very clean racing as, oh wow, the 24 straight to the wall. The 73 here of Scott right on the bottom. So, tell you what, these guys kind of chilling out here through 10 laps, but getting a little racy up front. We got one off pace here onto the apron. No wreck right now. There won't be a yellow. The 21's going to blend back up into the track. And Zachary Tyler on the back stretch with 88 SVG. But luckily for the 21, able to get back up into the track. Back in this draft of this race. Right now, we still have 2 lanes of Gen 6 Cup cars here at Daytona. That's 6 drivers right in that top lane. Led by here the 24 of Cole Snyder. As he's going to lead him down the backstretch here. With the 17 who had led most of the beginning 10 laps of this race. A great bump draft here down the backstretch. You see Nick Sipple again there in the Gravedigger 4 in tow of those two. He's going to shoot on down to the bottom, catch a little side draft from the 17. 24 doing a great job coming all the way down the racetrack and kind of, you know, picking his lines to stay in that lead and really clean racing here. Back in the chat, cheering for SVG here tonight. So an SVG fan, and seeing if SVG can somehow get the victory lane. Man, I'd really like to know if that is really the SVG in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series for Trackhouse Racing. So that'd be pretty cool calling his race here tonight. Here comes that 46 machine of Robert Dorman. He's going to come in. There comes that purple and yellow 39 of Ryan Wayne, giving him a great shove. And right now they're getting a great run here on the bottom of the racetrack. SVG third in line down there on the bottom of that yellow belly. Really good Racing League here on iRacing. And a great start here to this 500. Now I'll tell you what, this race is really good. We have 2 off the pace right now. That's Wesley Napier. Zalewski. Like I said, John, I apologize now for pronunciation of that name. Started here tonight. We see our race sponsors here in the bottom left-hand corner of the race. Yet again, and getting word that is the real SVG there in the 88. Right now in your top 5, Shane Van Gisbergen. And that's pretty cool. See if he can pilot that 88 yellow to victory lane here. And see if he can get Sunday victory lane going for the real NASCAR Daytona 500. See him in victory lane here tonight. And also on Sunday for Trackhouse Racing. Get a little racy up front right now as Vince Bin. And he's going to get all the way to the 2nd position, pushing hard at 39 now. And SVG looking for some more. Really good run going here on the bottom of the racetrack. Larry Bobbitt there in the 3rd position on the bottom, giving them a lot of help. You can see all those guys in the top lane. They're going to come down side draft, try to pull this bottom lane back just a little bit. Wow, the 17 is going to get in the back bumper. The 24 loose right there, and luckily for the 24 and the 17, no harm, no foul there. But I'll tell you what, they are all pushing very hard here on the top. Dorman's going to get that right there. They got to be a little bit careful here, so not right where you're helping, left where you're helping. Leading on the bottom. Getting great pushes here from SVG early. And so far, clean racing here. We see Zachary Tyler a little bit farther back right now. It's going to be Davey Weaver and Jordan B. Anderson. They're all off the pace just a little bit. 15th and 16th. All the way to the back of the main pack, that's going to be Claire Murphy in the 13th position. So right now we have 13 cars here in the main pack. With 20 started this race. So 7 already off pace and 1 right now. Possibly getting the lap. And that's going to be John right there in the 18 machine. These leaders are coming quick here at Daytona. You're going to see them creep into your screen right there. Lap car down. He's going to get to the bottom of the racetrack. That's going to open up the middle and the top lanes for the leaders to drive on through. The 46 is going to make a machine move here to the bottom. Jason Lewis here going to follow Robert Dorman here to the bottom as we stay 2 laps here on Daytona. As we get closer and closer to lap number 18 of 100. Remember, we're taking a stage break here at lap number 30. Will be the stage break. Pull my mic down just a little bit there. Chat room, let me know if that's better. If not, I could always turn the race radio down a little bit, but this is usually what the race radio is. So if anyone is watching, please let me know if the mic volume is a little bit better for everyone. 2x2 up front here, still at Daytona. 13. Wesley Napier on pit lane. So right now, 19 cars, sorry, 18 cars on the lead lap. Very good racing here to start this one. And hopefully we can continue all the way through. Loose there in the middle is SVG. Rick Sipple's going to give a shove here in the middle. Stay 2x2 here. That's a lot of seal here. The speeds are up here Daytona, especially in this Gen 6 Cup car. As you see, ooh, SVG is going to make it 3 wide. They're going to split. They're going to make a split right there, 3 wide in the sucker hole. Ooh, that is not the spot you want to be in right now. That's the second back here at the top of the bottom of this racetrack here. Once he is cleared. Oh, and we have trouble. Nick Sipple loose. Oh, he's going to save it. A great save there. Great save by Nick Sipple. Excellent job by the field to prevent a caution from flying here. And Spencer, we're going to crank that volume up just a little bit. And let me know if that's better for you. Hopefully that's better here for the broadcast. Just did some broadcasting for the PGR eSports PGR 500. I had no issues. Kept the settings the same. Let me know if that's better here for our audience. Ooh, the 46 up into the wall. Is he going to hold it? The 46 machine. He's dropping right now. It's Robert Dorman. Yeah, these cars, the longer run we go on, the tires start to wear here at Daytona. We do have a hot racetrack here tonight. So these guys are going to be slipping and sliding. 46 up in the wall. Going to have some damage to the right side of his machine here. And he's going to file back in line behind the 49 of Trey Galgon. So 2x2 here still up front. And man, we have been really racy. This is one of the best packages, I believe, in Super Speedway, is the Gen 6 car here at Daytona and especially Talladega. We got a little bit wider racetrack, but so far, I'll tell you what, this is some really good racing. As SVG now to the point here at Daytona. As he's going to block the 4 of Nick Sipple, and I'll tell you what, if I had to name a favorite here tonight, it is going to be Nick Sipple of PGR eSports. He is a great Super Speedway driver. He's spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks racing not only the PGR 500, but also the Nazareth 500. And I believe he tried also for the ERA Omega Cup as well. So, yeah, that's a lot of racing at Daytona in the next gen car. It's very similar here to the Gen 6 car that I know at PGR eSports we've done those 2 cars a lot as well as the trucks and Xfinity. Kind of rotate between Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta. So they're very familiar with these tracks and these packages. And just really good racing so far by all these guys here tonight, getting to know some of these drivers. Like I said, I know Nick Sipple, who is on Team PGR and races in most all PGR eSports events. So didn't so much know a lot of these other guys. I'm lucky I got to kind of go through the field. See Trey Gale down there in 3rd position. I believe the administrator here at Week 12 Racing League. Once again, we want to thank him on behalf of everyone here at PGR eSports for having us come on board to call this race here tonight. 5 laps, just about 6 laps away from the stage break here tonight. These guys putting on a show for all the fans here and everybody watching on the broadcast. I am your host here tonight, Michael Triscaro, one of the backup broadcasters for PGR eSports, which is my series. Austin Green, our lead broadcaster. We have Dawson Wise, brilliant broadcaster. Hopefully we get one of those guys on board to call one of these races one of these weeks. Very, very good high-end broadcasters. We were fortunate enough to bring on Evan Pasecco from eNASCAR to call the PGR 500 feature race a couple of Sundays ago. Nick Sipple now is going to push ahead of that lead of SVG. And 5 laps away. You see who that leader may be. You know all these guys, once they get to that stage breaker, all going to have to come down pit road for Sunoco race fuel. We'll have to see if any of them are going to take fresh Goodyear rubber. I would say most of them are going to take 4 tires. Why not? We're going to have 70 more laps to go here at Daytona as we get to that stage break. And already we've seen some cars get into that wall, especially this top lane here. I'll tell you what, I know from experience driving these race cars, especially on turn number 2, that these cars tend to get up and into the wall. really good job on exit, corner exit. Been off the wall. Right now, the class of the field's been Nick Sipple, Dylan Chappelle, and SVG here, all showing up here in the top 3. And we appreciate everyone here watching this. Some really high quality racing. We hope to keep that up all the way through here tonight. Got some cars trying to remain here on the lead lap and get to that competition caution or stage break here at lap number 30. That's going to be Jordan B. Anderson, Davey Weaver, and Zachary Tyler. Kenny T's falling off pace just a little bit. You see him there all by himself. And he's still on the lead lap, it looks like, but he is going to lose his lap right there as the leaders are going to go right across him. He'll be the lucky dog if he could try to just get back down into this draft, and that's what he's going to try and do. Casey Bristow way off pace as well. He's back up here in the front. Action's going to pick up here. We'll see who the stage winner is. It's the 4 right now of Nick Sipple here. And he is just managing lanes and runs right now. Top to bottom, bottom to top. And just putting on a show right now is that Gravedigger for Nick Sipple. 3 laps here to go. So we throw the yellow for the stage break. SVG is going to fall back just a little bit. It's that top one right now. Very dominant. We'll see if that 49 can get a straight shove here to that mellow yellow machine. Ooh, out of line just a little bit is that ECU 39 machine of Ryan Wayne, but he's going to be able to hold it together. And Calamity a little bit here in the front. Hey, those are the 2 cars that are sharp together. They are doing a great job. Ooh, SVG is going to nudge the 4. He's going to go right to the top, all the way almost to the wall here. And he's going to creep back down. Oh, we have trouble. Here it is. The first yellow of the night. Ooh, and Nick Sipple, a hard hit right there. Man, he was up there leading this race in the first caution just before the stage break at lap 30. And man, luckily for the fast repair here tonight, there's going to be a heavy damage to that 4 car. Now, SVG, he's going to continue on here with the lead. We'll have to go back to that caution and see exactly what the cause of that was. We'll stay here with the leaders right now. And we'll see. They caught the pace car, so we'll see if they will be pitting here right now. And we'll take you to that replay in just a second. It looks like Nick Sipple definitely involved. Kenny T, who was just fighting to be a lucky dog, involved as well. Nathan Lehman, we're getting word, in the accident. And you see SVG, the side of that 88 also right now has just a little bit of damage. So all these cars coming on down, they'll have to take some damage repair here. Maybe even a couple with a fast repair here early in the first half of this race. And there's SVG, is probably going to make his way down pit lane here for, well, he's going to stay on out, so pit lane might not be, well, there comes Nick Sipple down. He's going to probably be needing a fast repair tonight, so we'll have to see. We had some drivers stay out. I believe pit lane is open here. It's possible it was closed. We'll have to see if we can see the lights on pit lane. Nick Sipple right there. You can see he's going to take some fresh rubbers here. Doesn't look like he's taken his fast repair yet, so it looks like he's going to try and sit on pit road, take that fuel and those tires. All the way back up here to your leader Shane Van Gisbergen. The first caution of the night, just before we were going to have a stage break. And get word that is the stage, so we will be pacing here. So stage 1 is in the books, and your winner of stage number 1, SVG, as we're going to take you now back to that wreck there, coming in the tri-oval with Nick Sipple. We'll see if we can get chopper view of this and find out exactly what the cause of the first caution of the night was and slow it down for you here. You could watch the 4 Nick Sipple battling side by side for the race lead with SVG. And the 73 is going to get a big shove by the 49. 49, ooh, the 49 is going to turn the 4 up the racetrack and into the 88 of SVG. And Nick Sipple, you see right there trying to hang on. It's going to stack up that bottom lane. You see the flaps go up in the air. There goes the 73 machine. Damage for the 73. And you see Nick Sipple there. We're going to rewind that back just a little bit more. Try to get another vantage point here. Here on the chopper cam. So you see the 73 is going to shove the 49. So right into the 4. 4 just gets pushed hard. Going to go up the racetrack into that 88. And the 4 starts turning there. 49 into the 4. 73 involved. And Trey's going to get hooked there right at the end. There's the 46 as well of Ryan Dorman. You see the 73 hard on the brakes, trying to keep it off that wall, and it's just going to hit the wall. All these cars right there on the pit lane. And that's going to bring out caution number 1 of the night as we go back live to the front of this one. Still pacing here with SVG out in the lead. And while we have a second, we'll take our first race break of the night.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing. Three by 3. Almost saw trouble. Around goes Alex Hill. On into the outside wall goes Hill. They're wrecking big time out back. We're not going to throw a caution.
Back here live at Daytona International Speedway as all the leaders come down pit lane. Here it's 88-liter SVG into his pit box, getting 4 fresh rubbers and Sunoco race fuel. We'll see you the race off pit road here. And I'll tell you what, they are off and running here. Dylan Chappelle Sr. looks like he is going to cycle up to the front. We'll have to see when the scoring loop comes back around. Nick Sipple there, he was the one taking damage. I would think it's showing him second right now, but I'm going to think he's going to have to go to the tail end of this field. I think the scoring's all messed up a little bit right now due to the stage break. I think they were adding some pace laps there, and that was what why we had a break in action there for the leaders to come down pit lane. So I'm going to go on and assume they're going to send the 4 around the field once before we get to go back to green. So we'll have to see about that because he was involved in that accident and did pit earlier. So not sure on the call there from race control, but Ryan Wayne right now being scored in the first position. So like I said, we'll have to wait till we get official scoring here. Right before we do go green. Lights still on the pace car here at Daytona. This is the Week 12 Racing League 2025 Daytona 500. Even though we are only going 250 laps here, or sorry, 250 miles here tonight, and 100 laps. So Great racing there in the first stage. Unfortunately, had a yellow there to close out the stage. Almost got there, but some really good side-by-side racing, especially up front. And Nick Sipple, SVG, as well as Dylan Chappelle Sr. leading the way here tonight. And we can expect some more really good racing. There goes Nick Sipple. He's going to drop to the bottom as we expected. To maybe cycle the leaders back up to the front. We'll see. The pace car lights are out, so we will be going green next time by. But it looks like Nick Sipple's going to remain your leader, so I'm not sure exactly why that is. I think pit road was open when Nick and the rest of those guys did come down. It looks like SVG and some of those other guys kind of pit a little bit later. It looks like he's just coming off pit road now, so... And you see Troy as well. He's going to be coming off pit lane. So maybe taking some damage repair if they had any. Not quite sure. Or taking a little break in action. But they are going to give up the lead from that first stage break, from that first caution. As we cycle back here to the backstretch, it's Nick Sipple, Jordan B. Anderson, Davey Weaver, Chase Willis, and Robert Dorman, your top 5. High up here in the Goodyear blimp as we get set to go back green here, as we will crown your 2025 Week 12 Racing League Daytona 500 champion in their Cup Series. This is the Gen 6 car, one of my favorite cars here on the Super Speedways. It was racy here for the first 30. We'll see how the next 70 laps go here tonight. The pace car is going to dive down back onto pit lane as we get closer and closer to the Geico restart zone. The 4 of Nick Sipple, the 3 of Jordan Anderson on the gas and past the start-finish line. We are back racing here at the World Center of Racing. The 8144 right behind them here. You see great shot from the blimp, 2x2 racing all the way throughout this field here tonight so far. And I'll tell you what, it's only going to amp up as we get closer and closer to that 250-mile mark here tonight. When they do take the checkered flag, a big run. You can see down the backstretch here by Dylan Chappelle Sr. And 24 right behind him. He's been right behind him most of the night there. That is Cole Snyder. So some guys teaming up here tonight doing a really good job of changing lanes at the right time. And Nick Sipple out front here again at Daytona. Into turn number 135 of 100 down. Nick Sipple is going to leave. Davey Weaver now here in the second position from Louisville, North Carolina. He's looking more out of that Chevy here on the back. I guess he's not going to be able to block. There goes Robert Dorman to the top, taking the run as it came. Now Robert Dorman here side by side with the front. Some really good racing. These guys are doing a great job here tonight at following those runs when they come, and that's what you got to do here in this package. That's the most fun package on Super Speedways. These guys are showing why here tonight. 2x2 at the line here at Daytona. Take you to the end of this pack. Kenny T right now. He is being shown back on the lead lap, I believe. And yeah, he is. That's going to be 18 cars now, all in contention. And John still scratching and clawing for the lead lap. Actually, he might be on the lead lap again as well. Right here. Wesley Napier. The only one off the track here tonight, so 19 cars still have a shot here at the trophy here tonight. We'll bring up that trophy one more time in the bottom left-hand part of your that one in real life here once they get a picture of that thing when it is made. But one of these guys going home with a beautiful trophy here tonight. And a trip to victory lane to start the season here in the Week 12 Racing League. And 2x2 as we've seen most of the night. Not many guys yet to go 3-wide race. We'll probably see some 3-wide racing in the latter stages of this one. Try to get some shots here too and see how much faster these guys in the middle of this pack with all that draft are going. Right now, probably on Dave Chappelle Sr. if we can. Get on his cockpit camera. Pull up that dashboard right there. You see Son on that wheel. Keep a little distance from him and the rear end of the 44. He's going to get a big run off turn number 2 on exit there. And, ooh, wow, there's sucker holes, the 46. This is a great shot. The 17, Chappelle's going to have to make a move. Oh, wow. Woo, and there we go. What a shot that was to not turn the 46. Man, I got really excited here watching that. Not many times you're in the cockpit view when something like that happens. And what a great job right now by Dylan Chappelle to not turn the 46. Man, he had a choice to make. Was he going to go middle? Was he going to stay on the top? And that choice kind of went away when those 2 cars in front it kind of came together. Oh, probably a big save right there to save a big wreck from happening. We'll try to get back into his cockpit and show you that speed down the backstretch here. 195 miles an hour right now. As we try to get close to 200, he's going to have to check up just a little bit. So some checkups here on the bottom lane. We saw upwards of 201 miles an hour here earlier on the backstretch. Right along with SVG here in the 88. He was your race leader at the stage. The stage was decided by a yellow flag here tonight. As Nick Sipper was turned from the lead about a lap or 2 away from what would have been a natural yellow flag. Here goes Shane Van Gisbergen. Going to get a great run here off 2. Side drafting down to the bottom and getting pushed here. Kind of sitting in the middle lane, so not catching much draft off anyone right now. He's going to get some tow here from the 17. There you go. There's that 200 miles an hour in the entry of turn number 3 as you watch SVG pilot this mellow yellow machine through this field, trying to get back to the front. Blair Murphy a little bit farther back. We'll see that gyro. As you can see, all that banking there. And we have yellow's out. Yellow flag is out for the second time here tonight. And that's going to be for John Solswetsky, it looks like. And we'll get you back to that replay. Right now we go back up front. That's going to be Ryan Wayne, your leader here, as the second caution of the night is out. Lap 41 of 100 in to this Daytona 500. Appreciate Spencer Blackmore here in the chat tonight, giving us all the information we do need. Just getting acclimated here with this league and the drivers in it. Apologies if we butchered any names here tonight, trying our best. And we'll have to go back to what caused the second caution here tonight. We'll slow it down. And see if we can find out exactly what's going to bring out the caution. Ooh, there, it's going to be SVG there, kind of getting sandwiched. And he's going to spin right there in the tri-oval over the start-finish line, heavy on the brakes. Looks like he's going to stay mainly clean. You see those roof flaps up yet again. Ooh, the 7 just misses him. So does the 4 and the 49. Some really good driving. Ooh, the 18 is going to turn there just at the end. Try to keep it off the wall. Hits it ever so slightly. As we're going to walk that back one more time for you. Kind of try to figure out what exactly started that. Try to get a chopper camera here. And the 88's going to go to the middle. He's been pretty aggressive on making his moves to try to get through this field. Ooh, that's the cause of the caution right there. It's going to be the 3 machine. That Wrangler car is going to come up the racetrack and get into the 88 of SVG. So it's the classic car. That's Anderson right there. You'll see it again here. He's just going to come up ever so slightly. He's checking up for the 81. That's going to send him up the track right into the 88 of SVG, who gets into the 44 as well. I'll tell you what, these guys got off pretty unscathed, though. SVG doing a great job of getting on the brakes, and everyone as well behind, for the most part, missing him, coming through the tri-oval there at speed. So some really good racing here. Not much damage here, so maybe some cars will come down the pit lane and fix a little bit of damage, but no fast repairs needed here for the second caution of the night. As we get you back up to the front of the pack, as the pace car lights are on, and we are pacing back here at Daytona. Your leader, Ryan Wayne, right now. Scott Wright, Larry Bobbitt, Cole Snyder, and Davey Weaver now, your top 5 here tonight. And we'll try to do a crank it up here about halfway through the race. Once we get going green, we'll bring you a nice crank it up. Turn that volume up on the race radio. Turn me off and hear all this horsepower come to life at Daytona. In the Gen 6 Cup car here, as we get close to the halfway mark of this race. We appreciate everyone who came out and is watching here tonight on the PGR eSports Network. Robert Dorman right now on pit lane. He is getting service and repair, as is SVG. And they are just starting to roll back onto the racing surface and try to get back in this line, and the pace car lights should go off the next time by here. Dorman and SVG off pit road, as they will get onto the backstretch and catch up with this field. And the signal from the flagman, 1 to go here at Daytona. Run through our sponsors one more time here before the mid part of this race. Admin Box, thank you for coming on board, sponsoring the Week 12 Racing League. We also have Keep Diggin' as well. Keep Diggin'. Much thanks to them and their support here. Title sponsor, main sponsor, G3 Graphics. No better person to show you that one than the man right here, carrying it on the hood here tonight. And that'll be Trey Galgon there in the 49. Sharp looking paint scheme for him. So ready to crank them back up here at Daytona. 2 cautions so far through 44 laps, but otherwise pretty clean racing here tonight. And you see the decals there on the side for Galgon. Back up front, there is your race leader, Ryan Wayne. And no fault to the incident there from race control. Just hard, tight racing. I agree. It's been like that all night long. These guys putting on a show for all the viewers watching and everybody in the stands here at Daytona, as the 39 and the 73 are going to lead them down for your 3rd restart here tonight, as the pace cars get set to dive back down pit lane for the 3rd time tonight. We will go back green. Flagman waiting with the green flag. Pace car is now on pit lane. Cars get to that Geico restart zone, and the green flag back in there here at Daytona. And right now these restarts, I'll tell you what, getting a second for these guys to get wound back up. So some pretty clean restarts here tonight. Everybody giving each other room here. Kind of sitting duck right now. He looked like he wanted to go high, but he's not going to do it. Dylan Chappelle Sr. is going to take that 2nd spot right there. Ryan Wayne now here, leading him down the backstretch. Larry Bobbitt, I believe he's there on the top, leading the top. Ooh, he's going to Shove from the 73 of Scott Wright. Man, he didn't like that one. See that car get loose there on the backstretch. They're going to fall back just a little bit. 24 is going to think better to stay on the top. He's going to all the way to the bottom. So is Bobbitt. So right now, that bottom of the preferred lane, that's what's generating the most speed right now. You see Bobbitt trying to really just figure out what lane is best for him and having some trouble figuring that one out. Ryan Wayne still out here on the point. Do a nice NASCAR, crank it up when we get to lap 50 here tonight if we are green. Right now, single file here on the bottom of the racetrack. And looking like content to ride for just a little bit here. And I don't blame them. A couple caution flags. And you only get that one fast repair. So once you use it, you are auto mulligans for this race. And last thing you want to do is end your night and go to the garage here at Daytona and think of what could have been here. You want to see that last lap and give yourself a chance at the trophy here. Top lane trying to make a comeback here with Bobbitt leading the top. Scott Wright. But so far, it's that bottom lane doing a really good job carrying some very high speeds down the backstretch here. And we'll see if this top lane can get back up to the front, even with the leader of Ryan Wayne. Bring up the track map for the first time tonight. You see all the leaders here exiting turn number 4 at Daytona. Got a few off the pace. That's the 46 of Robert Dorman. Robert Dorman involved in the last accident. He's going to try to fight to stay on the lead lap. As new leader Dylan Chappelle. He is now going to be on the high side. See these guys all night long. Using the bottom lane, using the top lane, taking all the runs. Doing a very good job of it. The only trouble we've got in tonight is some hesitation from a couple drivers if they want to go to that bottom lane or that top lane. And a couple of the times, you know, that hesitation has caused a couple of yellows here tonight. Almost near yellow we saw earlier, riding on board here with that 17. So other than that, it's been really clean and really hard racing up front. Nick Sipple trying to get a look back at the lead. SVG all the way back here to the front. Man, it doesn't take him much time to go from the back to the front here in this Gen 6 Cup car. He is looking really good tonight. And I'll tell you what, it's these top three right now. These top three got to be the chalk to win tonight's race. We know it's a little bit of a roulette wheel every time we come to this racetrack, as well as Talladega. But there are drivers who have really, really good skill and a keen sense of the draft here. So far tonight, it's those three drivers, the 17, the 88, and the 4. And we'll have to see if we can get any other players to challenge those three drivers here tonight. Here comes that 81, Davey Weaver. He lost the draft on the first run of the night, but got that first yellow, and ever since then, he's also been up here racing in the top 5. And we're going to try to crank him up here as we come to lap number 50. And just as we do that, we get our third yellow of the night. So we're going to pause the crank it up and get back to the action here and try to see what brought out the third yellow of tonight's race, as we are halfway now home on crowning your Daytona 500 champion here in the Week 12 Racing League. As the yellow flag is out. And these are the cars down the backstretch when the yellow flew. I didn't read anywhere where we're having another stage. It's possible, but stage also would have been called at the start-finish line, not the backstretch. So I'm assuming we're going to see something, an incident here that's going to bring out this third yellow of the night. And so far right there, it looks like clean racing there. And just going through this field, we don't see much happening as far as what would have brought out this yellow. So we'll see if we can get word. It's going to get farther back in turn number 2. So we're going to go back to when the yellow was called and try to go back to turn number 2 at the time. And I think we're going to find out the cause of the third yellow here tonight. And we're getting in that chopper cam. Slow it down for you. As we're going to ride with Kenny T. Behind Kenny T are in the 4. There goes the 44 up into the wall. The 14 going to go low. That's going to stack them up here on the top. Kenny T. Ooh, yeah. Stack up's going to create that caution right there. We'll go back one more time. Yeah, that 44 was up in the wall, up ahead. That's going to stack up the 14, the 3, and the 39. And Kenny T didn't see it. He's not going to slow down much at all. It's going to get in the back of the 39. 49 is going to get into him. You see the 39 with some damage right there, down into the 7 machine. So out exit of turn number 2 is going to bring out the third caution of tonight's race. As we are back under yellow. So back under yellow here, John Zlodzewski is going to be your race leader in the 18, at least by the scoring. And we'll see how the scoring will shape out depending on pit stops here and anybody fixing some possible damage. So third caution of the night here. Otherwise, really, really good racing here. And I'm sure it's only going to heat up as we get closer and closer to the checkered flag here tonight. We'll see if any of these cars a little bit farther on back are going to come to pit lane. So far, no takers through the main part of this field. But here comes Robert Dorman. Shane Van Gisbergen's going to stay out on the track. Here comes Ryan Wayne. And he's going to come down into his box as well. So quick service here for the 46 machine of Robert Dorman and the 39 Ryan Wayne. They're going to both be already off pit lane and trying to blend back in with the leaders here on the exit here of turn number 2 as we get ready to go back green here at Daytona. We'll take a quick break, and we go green, we're going to crank them up. And that was your crank it up, and man, we had some awesome racing there. During that crank it up, you see 2x2, there goes the 11, someone we have not talked much about here tonight. Down at the bottom of the racetrack in that Michael Jordan purple Toyota Camry. That looks like Cole Snyder there slicing and dicing his way to the front. Getting a great shove here by the 49 of Trey Galgon, and we have a new player here tonight in the Daytona 500 for the Week 12 Racing League, as action is starting to heat up as we get closer and closer to the end of this race. And man, it has been going to behold so far tonight. SVG going third. He's going all the way to that wall when anyone follow. So far, we're going to stay 2x2, 30 wide there in the back of the field. That 3 Wrangler car is going to get hung out to dry. And man, we have yet to see the third lane work, whether we go middle or all the way up to that wall. But I'll tell you what, as we count down the laps to lap 100, we're going to see some 3 wide action here. And it is just heating up here in the middle and all the way to the back of this main pack right now. These cars fighting for some track position. It's going to become ever so near the end of this race. SVG into the wall. Oh, they are all going to save it. No, they are not. The 46 goes around. And so does, I believe, the 39 Orion Wayne. Heavy front end damage right there. You can see that front right wheel is all out of shape. And as long as he has a fast repair, he'll be able to keep going. If not, that is going to be a lot of required repairs for that ECU Toyota Camry of Ryan Wayne. The last caution of the night was deemed 44 of Chase Willis at fault. He was the one who got into the wall and got sucked in. And we'll have to see if there's a cause of caution for this one. But caution's starting to breed cautions here at Daytona. The 39 machine on the track trying to make his way all the way back to pit lane to fix that car here tonight. Heavy damages. We're going to go all the way back to the yellow flag here and try to figure out what's going to cause this one. SVG's been pretty aggressive here tonight, and I don't know if some of those moves these guys not sure if they should make it with him, and it's caused a little bit of chaos out here on the racetrack. Now watch the 88. He's going to go all the way up to that third lane. Not sure if he was trying to make a third lane work here. The 46, 39, 3 in tow. They're going to kind of stay in their lane. The 88's going to come down. In the 73 is going to be right there. They're going to get mixed up. That's going to send the 88 down the racetrack into the 46. 39 just has no time to respond to that. And he's off the brakes there, trying to save it. It looks like they were going to, but the 46 just can't. He's going to get turned off that wall, down into the 3. Hits the wall. Ooh, heavy net code between the 46 and the 39. So unfortunate there for the 39. Going to completely get net coded. And I'll have to see that one again. That was a heavy net code. That 39 was about to get through that wreck, but you could see here. Well, I actually go to the 73 machine and SVG there. And you can see SVG is going to make that move. 73 is just going to drift up the track. SVG has a clear lane right there. But the 73 is just going to come up a little too much. Probably not see that 88. That's what's going to start this caution, this effect here. Watch this 39 machine get completely and utterly net-coded off the 46 when they come off the wall here. As the 39 goes down to avoid the wreck, he avoids it. And right here, watch his car snap right off the net code of that 46. So unfortunate there for the 39. And the 39 got the fast repair. So yeah, you're going to use that one up. They won't have one left for the rest of this race. But 39 is going to get that fast repair. As you can see, a beautiful looking ECU Pirate Toyota Camry back on track and ready to get back up to the front. SVG on pit lane. Still some scrapes. I believe no fast repair yet here for that 88. They've been caught up in some wrecks here tonight, but doing a good job of coming down pit lane, getting their service, keeping that car, you know, as clean as they can. There's Chase Willis on pit road in the 44 Hot Wheels machine, taking service and damage as well. Trying to save that pass repair if they have it. You see the 7 of Christopher Murphy trying to catch back up to the main field here, as we are still under a yellow here. You see John as well, as he was your race leader for just a little bit. Ryan Wayne's going to catch back up with that brand new machine. Claire Murphy there in the 5 CarQuest. Nathan Lehman's going to come down for service here. Going to lose some track position here, but coming down for some service. We'll have to see if any tires or any fuel here for the 14 machine. It looks like maybe some fuel and a little quick splash of gas. They should be able to make it here, I believe, the rest of the way with the full tank. We take you back up to the front where Larry Bobbitt, Scott Wright are your leaders now. And the pace car lights are off, so we'll get back to green here when we go to lap number 62. We'll see if Larry Bobbitt or some of these guys up here we could possibly get an interview with. Maybe Cole Snyder. We'll see if we can bring Cole Snyder up here in the booth. Hey, Cole Snyder, you got a copy? Hey, man, well, I know you're going back green here shortly, but we're going to try to get a quick interview with you. Doing a great job right now, being scored, I believe, in the 6th position there from Whitehaven, PA in the 24. So far, so good. You've been running, in that top 5 a lot of this night. What's it going to take to get the job done here tonight?
And I'm going to need my teammate in the 17. We've been working so good together. We always work good together. And we're just out here surviving, man. We're having fun. We're smiling. We're laughing. This is fun. I love it.
Yeah, we love it too. Yeah, we cut a little bit of that out with the race audio. Sorry about that. But before we let you go here, man, you said you're working with the 17. But if you lose him, what's the plan at the end if you're all by yourself?
Make new friends.
Make new friends. Well, you got it. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane later tonight. Good luck.
I appreciate you guys.
That was Cole Snyder. Sorry, a little bit of that got cut off there. All by myself, so a lot of work for the one guy here. And a lot to say for 100 laps, but we're going to get the job done nonetheless, even if we have a couple hiccups along the way. Larry Bobbitt, now your leader, way out front here. Nick Sipple trying to chase him down in the 4 Gravedigger machine. 24 of Cole Snyder behind. There goes the 4 and the 24. They got all the momentum down the backstretch here, and that is going to bring them all the way to the front of this field. Is Sipple going to go to the bottom? He is. There goes the 49. Every man for themselves right here as we get closer and closer to the end of this race. Awesome racing here up front, as it's been like that all night long. It's the 24 now, the 24. We just talked to him, Cole Snyder to the point. Getting pushed by his teammate in the 17. They are right now working in tandem and doing a great job, getting way out front of this pack here. As Ryan Wayne with that fast repairs come all the way back through the field. He cannot afford to get caught up in another wreck. He's going to get the 11 down with him. That is Casey Bristow, I believe. That is right there in the FedEx Jordan 11. That Toyota Camry looking strong here in the late going. The SVG, he is coming back up to the front, pushing the 4 of Nick Sipple. They worked with each other earlier in this race. You can see some guys popping the pace on that track. That big wreck here in the tri-oval. The big one has struck at Daytona. The smoke is flying here. And I'll tell you what, a lot of wrecked race cars. SVG, Nick Sipple's in it. Man, the big one has struck. 64 laps in. And, man, I'll tell you what. Cannot wait to see this replay. Damage there for Bobbitt. Leaders are happy. Nicole Snyder, Dylan Chappelle. Bristow not involved. Chris Murphy looks like he got through it. And I'm curious to Ryan Wayne. And Ryan Wayne, you see the front end damage. Man, he took that fast repair, got all the way to the front, and he is going to get caught up, lose the entire front end of his machine, and most likely going to end his chances at a win here in the Daytona 500. So Ryan Wayne's night most likely coming to an end. Unfortunate for him as we take you back to the wreck in the trial wall. Big accident here. The big one at Daytona. Try to find the chopper camera and roll this in slow motion, because here it is, the big one at Daytona. And there it's going to start with the 4 and the 88. And the 4 is going to get up into, I believe that is Bobbitt, is going to come down. And there goes the 39, which is going to end his campaign here tonight. Hard into that catch fence. There's the smoke. An incredible shot here. Carnage here just past the start-finish line at Daytona. And that collects a lot of the field. So fast repairs and or damage is going to have to be fixed on pit lane. It is going to be busy. They are going to be bending the sheet metal out here on some of these race cars. I'll take you back one more time to the start of this wreck. Watch it in real time here. Wow, what a big hit to the 39. Let's see if we could see a vantage point from the 46. See if we get the cockpit view from Dorman in real time, because that'll be, he was all the way out back. And there it is. We'll see how he navigated this wreck. And that's what you not want to see out of your front windshield. And man, he almost got through. Got some front end damage there at the end. Heavy on the brakes. We'll see if Trey Galgon maybe caught up in this. Oh, yeah, turn all the way into. Oh, is he going to hold it off the wall? A great save there. It looks like he, yeah, might have missed the front, or he might have missed the wall there on pit lane. And great job there. And we'll see it from SVG's point of view. Just nowhere to go there. Drove right through. Good turn there. Sawed at that wheel, heavy on the brakes there. You see all the smoke, and the big one strikes here at Daytona. And the pit car, or the pace car's lights still on here as everything is getting cleaned up. Service is being taken by quite a few drivers. And in the meantime, we'll see if we could get another word with one of the drivers here in this race. Dylan Chappelle, you got a copy, bud? Dylan, you got a copy?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, well, you're up here in the booth. This is Michael Triscaro of PGR eSports. We've been watching you all night long up here, doing a great job of keeping this this 17 machine near the front. Looked like you were able to avoid catastrophe there in the trial vol, man. What's your plan here? It looks like you got a teammate you've been working with to try to get the job done here tonight.
Yeah, we like to run these super speedways a good bit, and our plan is always to just try to control the race from the front. We think it's safe, as you can tell from like third on back was looked like a parking lot, so I'd like to stay first and second and just have to defend to finish this off.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot. You know, here at PGR, this is all we run is super speedway money races, week in, week out. So we're very familiar with these cars and these these packages. This to me one of the most exciting super speedway cars here on the service. How do you feel about the Gen 6 car?
Well, it's probably the best one now because we really like the next gen, but that last update kind of has changed them a lot, so they're not near as fun. The runs in these things are huge because the wing is like 8 foot tall, and the side drafting's pretty nuts. So it's a good time.
Well, I agree with you there. Well, man, we'll have to try to get you over to a PGR race sometime soon. Maybe some of the guys here you race with. We'd love to call some more of your races. You guys doing a great job putting on a show tonight. Hope to talk to you later in Victory Lane or on the podium. Appreciate talking to us.
Yes, sir. Let me know. We love Super Speedways, so thank you.
Awesome, man. We'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
That was Dylan Chappelle, man. He's been up front here all night long. And we'll see if we can get that 17 Retail Wings car into Victory Lane. I'll tell you what, that car's making me hungry here tonight. Seeing that all those wings painted all over that Ford Mustang. Got a blinker out front here. It's the 24 of Cole Snyder. I believe that's his teammate, so hopefully he won't be losing any connection issues here. John kind of a sitting duck right now with those teammates just going racing with each other. Doing a very, very good job sticking nose to tail here tonight. So we'll see if they can keep this up and try to kind of keep this field on lockdown here tonight. 21 of Zachary Taylor now. He is going to pop up in the third position. I haven't talked about him much, but he's becoming a player here as we get close to 30 laps left in this one from Daytona. 73 right now. He's making a good run up to the front again. That is Scott Wright, Larry Bobbitt, and fourth. Here comes SVG yet again. But I'll tell you what, all the incidents SVG has gotten himself into, he sure has gotten out of them all with runs from the back to the front as he continues to impress here at Daytona. So 2 lines forming. We've got one on the bottom, one on the top. And we'll see if these cars make it into 3-wide racing somewhere near the end of this race. But had couple cautions here as we've gotten later in. Obviously, the intensity is going to crank up a notch as they're all fighting and scratching and clawing for P1 here on the scoring pylon in the infield here at Daytona tonight. And only one could be crowned the 2025 Week 12 Racing League Daytona 500 champion. Who's it going to be? 30 laps to go. Back here at Daytona, it's Cole Snyder out front, the 24, with a shove from the 17. But here comes SVG in the mellow yellow 88. He's been one of the most aggressive racers out here on the track tonight. He is willing to put it on the bottom, put it on the top, and go in the middle. Will he have takers here as we get to the end of this race? And out back, they are racing hard, side by side, almost a wreck here on the backstretch. It looks like Trey was almost in it with the 21 there of Zachary Tyler. Luckily for them, they're able to stay off the wall and stay off the doors of one another here as they'll fight to stay in this draft at the back of the pack. Trey now being scored in the 16th position, now 15th, all the way Christopher Murphy now falling off. So right now it's 16 cars all trying to win that trophy here tonight. With Cole Snyder now, they're all kind of parading around the top lane. The calm before the storm. We had one big one tonight. Will we have another one as we get to the end of this one? All these cars, I'll tell you what, they're going to probably race a little bit cleaner now because some of them have already taken their fast repairs or fixed heavy damage already. So maybe best to get in that train of cars at the top and clock some laps off and try to get to the final 10 laps and give yourself a shot here tonight. But I could only imagine what the last couple laps of this one are going to be like tonight, much like the real Daytona 500 this Sunday, as we see all NASCAR's best in the Cup Series try to get it done. Last year's winner, William Byron, trying to go back-to-back and see if Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch snag the Harl Early J Trophy for the first time in their careers. Well, here at the virtual Daytona, there's two teammates, Cole Snyder, Dylan Chappelle, right now. Just the class of this field. We'll see if SVG can get back in it. Nick Sipple, one of those guys we thought was going to have a shot tonight. He is way off pace right now, being scored in the 18th position and about to go one lap down. And just some damage probably for him that he's not been able to come on the apron, let the field go around. And unfortunate for him if he's not able to get himself back into the mix here tonight. Really good race here from Daytona International Speedway. This is Michael Triscaro on the PGR eSports Network. And you can tell in my voice I'm starting to get more and more excited for what should be a great race to the checkered flag here tonight. It's looking like the 24 and the 17 with the 88, but all these cars right behind them have a great shot to get it done here and get to victory lane. Right now you see on the bottom, it's the 73 machine. That is Scott Wright with Larry Bobbitt right behind, trying to get to that rear bumper and push that car all the way to maybe 200 miles an hour here on the backstretch. And we'll bring up that speed for Wright as you see it 190. We'll go a little bit slower here in the corner. Right now it's all about the guy behind you and how well he can push, how well he can manage his temps. That's who's going to be able to get it done here on the last lap tonight and avoid any possible carnage on the way there. Jordan B. Anderson, he is making a run here to the front as well. Right now, up 11 spots, I believe. And he's doing a great job. Ooh, sparks fly up into the wall again. Almost 3 wide, back to 2 wide. The 44 is going to go in the middle. Just some great shuffling right now. SVG all in the middle by himself. Who's going to go up? It looks like Bobbitt to the middle. Bobbitt all the way to the top. Slicing and dicing here. SVG all by himself. And he is going to get suckered all the way to the back of this lead pack. He's going to have to fall back into the top. He does. Right now, the race is here, heating up in the middle of this pack, trying to get themselves in position to make a move on the leaders. Some really good racing going on right now. Man, the energy is just cranked up 110%. You can see from the Goodyear blimp, there's the leader, the 24, all the way back to the 18 machine. And that's the lead pack right there, all in one shot. One of these guys trying to take home the trophy here tonight. The Daytona 500 of the Week 12 Racing League. There's that trophy right there. Who's going to get it done? Ooh, we have the 73 into the wall, the 73 in hard. There we have another yellow. Ooh, the 4, the 81. A big wreck here farther back. And there is another yellow flag with just 23 laps to go. Go back right here and get right to the action and see what brought out another caution here tonight. Slow this one down. The 73, actually, I'll back that up a little bit more because you'll see that 73 get into the fence right there. The 3 goes down, so no room right there for, it looks like, Bobbitt to come down. Ooh, the 88. SVG going to turn the 81 down into the 4. Ooh, the 81's going to lose the front bumper. Head right into the outside wall. Heavy damage for the 81. 4s look like it's going to keep off the inside wall. There goes the 88. Ooh, just into the side of the 81 there. Now we'll look at it one more time. Here in real time. Just some more checkups, and it's been kind of the name of the game tonight. The 88 goes down, the 81 comes down, and she's going to get hooked there by SVG. Not sure any fault there. We'll try to ride on board with SVG if we can. And here's the cockpit cam of SVG here in slow motion. Yeah, there's just, these runs are so big here at Daytona. Yeah, the 81's going to kind of cut off the nose of the 88. So, you know, everyone's trying to check up and stay off the guy in front of them. And it's what's causing a lot of these wrecks. No fault there to the 88 of SVG. And I'll tell you what, he has taken a beating here tonight. Almost every caution. And he has been close to being involved. And there's the 81 there on pit lane, and heavy damage there. Trying to get some of it repaired. Must not have a fast repair, or probably would have taken it. The 4 as well into their box. Slid it just a little bit. Gonna back up and try to get back in. Probably too far to the left side there for any service. As Davey Weaver. And right now it looks like they're taking some fresh Goodyear rubber. Trying to get whatever fixed on that Camel 4 machine, and they're going to be out of pit lane right there. And we'll see. The 81's still stuck there on pit lane. 21 laps to go here at Daytona. Track map gives you a good indication who's on pit road and who's still trying to blend back into the front of this field. Right now being scored in P1 is Nathan Lehman. And Robert Dorman in second, Dylan Chappelle Sr. in third, Cole Snyder in fourth, and Chase Willis in fifth. And Chase Willis doing a really good job so far here tonight. We'll see if we can get a word with the 44 machine of Chase Willis. Chase Willis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Michael Triscaro up here in the PGR eSports tower here tonight, calling the race. And right now, Cena scored in the 5th position in that 44 Hot Wheel machine. And I'll tell you what, man, it was clean early on, and cautions have bred some cautions here in the middle and later parts of this race. What are you doing to kind of keep that car clean and try to bring it home here in one piece?
Well, right now I'm just looking for people that I can trust around me and try to commit with them and make sure I keep the nose of this thing clean. I would love to run that outside line and just single file it, but everybody's wanting to shoot that inside when they get a run. So I'm just trying to stay out of the way, out of the incoming missiles that are being launched my direction, and make sure that I don't cause anybody else to make a move that they shouldn't. Just keep it clean and wait till 10 to go and then start pushing.
No, yeah, I know what it's like. We were talking to one of the other gentlemen here up in the top 5 on that last caution. We're very familiar with this racing, as that's all we do in PGR eSports on Thursday nights, and we host a couple really big events of the year, all on super speedways. And oftentimes we run the next gen, which is similar to this Gen 6, and occasionally the Gen 6. But it's one of my favorite cars. Talk us through, you know, some of these runs you get and all that speed and some of the checkups. I think the checkups are something you really have to avoid, and that's what's causing a lot of these cautions here tonight.
Yeah, so these cars tend to bog down a little bit on exit if you don't have anybody on your bumper pushing you, and I think that's what's happening is middle of the turn, it's really slowing up some because people aren't wanting to put their bumper on the next car in front of them at the lead of the line. So the line checks up and it accordions it all the way back through the entry of the turn for some people. So you're going from 195 to 182, 183, and it happens really quick, and it's something that you don't anticipate to happen because you want everybody to keep even space and keep rolling, but just the aero package on these cars, it tends to make that happen really bad. But the runs they generate are massive because they are so aero sensitive. If you don't have a car behind you, you notice it takes a while to catch the car in front of you, but as soon as you get help from behind, it's like someone loads a slingshot up and shoots you out of it.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, we don't want to keep you too long. You're going back green here. Hopefully getting that top 3. If not, win tonight. We'll be talking to you again after the race. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, sir.
That was the 44 of Chase Willis being scored in the 5th position right now. The pace car is off on the pit lane again. We're in the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is back out. 19 laps to go here in the 2025 Daytona 500 under the Week 12 Racing League. Thank you once again for having PGR eSports call this one. Nathan Lehman to the front. Haven't talked about him much here in that Ford. That 8th grade science teacher, man, will have a story to tell tomorrow if he could take home that trophy and get to victory lane. Right now, a great shove by the 17 of Dylan Chappelle Sr. down the backstretch to the top lane. And Lehman, now your race leader. Dorman now, he's going to jump out of line. 17 is going to stay up front. No help to the back bumper. The 46, it's going to put him back just a little bit. The 49, he's going to have to wait till the 49 gets to his rear bumper and see if they can make their way back up to the front. And wow, man, just like that, we'll have to see. Lehman doing a great job right now, but he's a sitting duck. 2 teammates right behind him in the 17 and the 24. So we'll have to see how this all plays out if Lehman is in fact out front as we get close to the end of this race. You see SVG all the way to that wall. He's been doing it all night long. Trying to take some right rears, not exactly sure. No one's really going with him when he goes to the middle of their top. But I'll tell you what, everyone is going to be making frantic moves on the middle on back just to get to the front and have a shot here tonight. But right now, a parade of cars here on that top lane, led by your race leader, Nathan Lehman. A strong run here coming on that bottom lane. It's the administrator here in the 49. Trey Galgon all the way here down the front. SVG, no lift, push down the backstretch. Man, they are tanning them, and they are going fast. Wow, let's pull up that, hitting close to 200 miles an hour. Side by side now with your leaders up front. I was getting word earlier that this is the real SVG. I'm actually getting some text messages now from some other administrators at PGR eSports, and from what I know from the chat here, that is the real SVG. I'll try to confirm after the race, but I'll tell you what, if it is, it's cool. We'll see him racing on Sunday as well. He's been aggressive all race long, and we'll see if he can get the job done. But right now, I'll tell you what, even these guys that have been racing up front all night long, it's all going to change because they are getting more and more aggressive as we inch closer to 10 laps to go in this one. Side by side, 2 by 2, at least 10 to 12 cars deep right now. And some of your favorites are still up front here. They've been up front most of this race. Nathan Lehman, though, the guy right now who is on the move, leading this one here in the 14 machine. And doing a great job right now of holding off those 2 teammates who are being very patient right now. Not jump out of line too early and make that pass. And the X Factor right now, Jordan B. Anderson. And we have a wreck. A wreck a little bit farther back. There goes the 4. And another caution here has flown. Yellow out. Kenny T. Some more damage to that Camel Mustang, and he's going to try to get back on the track. But another caution flag has flown here at Daytona. And to answer Matthew Baker's question, yes it is. That is the real SVG. He runs races here in this Week 12 Racing League, depending on his actual real life schedule. So, pretty cool here. Hopefully we can do some more of these races on the PGR eSports Network. We'll see if we can bring in some of our lead broadcasting crew, Austin Green or Dawson Wise, to call some of these. These guys are very deserving to get some of our lead broadcasters here and calling this, because I'll tell you what, these guys have been putting on a show since the green flag dropped here tonight, and man, we still have some more laps to go. I'm just getting more and more excited to see the end of this race and getting more anxious to see who is going to go to victory lane. We'll go back and take a look at what brought out this yellow flag. You see Kenny T right there. And we'll back it up just a little bit more. Oh, you can see the 7 right there. Kind of wiggling, already coming out of the corner. Slow it down here. There's the 7 of Christopher Murphy. Now watch 4. Watch the 4 here in the camo Zippo car. 24 and the 3 come together. They're bump drafting there. 7's going to check up. The 4 is going to offset push the 7 here. That's going to get the 7 all types of squirrely. The 11 has to check up, as does the 46. The 11 has nowhere to go as the 4 goes to the wall, comes back down, gets turned. And just some more checkups. That's what we've seen all night long to bring out the majority of these cautions. Not necessarily the fault of a lot of these drivers here tonight, but show it to you one more time here in real time. You just don't have much time. You really don't. With some of these checkups here to get wound down and try to stay off there, there from turning somebody. But before there, with some damage hard into the outside wall. Come all the way down here to a stop, and we'll go back live and see if Kenny T back still out there. Well, no, Kenny T here pulling back into pit lane actually right now. Taking some damage service right there, possibly a fast repair if he had one. 13 laps to go here on the board, so if you have that fast repair and you have any damage that's bogging you down, now is a good time to come down and take that fast repair as we try to get to the end of this race. Nick Sipple on pit road as well. And he was a very strong candidate to win this race early and possibly use this fast repair early, and I believe he did, and then got caught up in another wreck. You could see some of the damage on the side of his Gravedigger number 4 machine, and Nick Sipple here on pit road trying to fix some more of that damage. Casey Bristow there in the 11, shown in 14th position. Chase Willis, Zachary Taylor, Larry Bobbitt, Claire Murphy, all these ones right now, they're going to have to try to slice and dice their way to the front of the pack. Done some interviews here tonight, and thanks to the drivers that were able to come on here in the booth and give us some good insight into how their race has been going. Let's see if we can get one more interview here. This one will be with Claire Murphy. They're in the 5. Claire Murphy, got a copy?
Yep.
Hey, so this is Mike Triscaro up here in the PGR eSports broadcast booth. Giving you a watch here in the number 5 CarQuest Auto Parts Ford Mustang. And winding down here, we're going to have 11 laps to go when we go green. We'll keep it short with you, but being scored right now, I believe, in the 11th or 12th position. And what's it going to take here to get it done here and get to victory lane tonight?
I have no idea. I'm just trying not to wreck anybody.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's the checkups that are kind of causing all the wrecks here tonight. But tell you what, your car looks sharp. We love the 5 number up here at PGR eSports. Try to go get that thing here in victory lane here in the closing laps.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
And that was the 5 of Claire Murphy. Going to try to get it done in the CarQuest Auto Parts car Ford Mustang. We are going to have 11 laps to go here at Daytona. Action's going to heat up. If you're watching now, don't leave. If you're just joining us, you came at a good time because they're going to pull these belts tight again, and we are set to go green with 11 laps to go. Nathan Lehman doing a good job of holding 2 teammates off right now. But can he keep it up is the question. The pace car is going to dive down. Pit lane again here tonight. The flagman with the green flag in the air. And then the Geico restart zone. We are green once again here at Side by side and 2x2 coming at us here into turn number 1. They are racing for all the marbles in the championship trophy here in the Cup Series for the 12 Racing League. Who is going to get to victory lane tonight? It's been one heck of a race here to get there. Can we get there green, or are we going to have another big one here tonight? We had a very good flyover earlier, and we'll see if we have another one, or if these guys can keep on down on this Daytona pavement and get to the end of this race as we pick them up here in the trial with a 17 machine. Dylan Chappelle Sr. to the point. Here comes the 3 of Jordan B. Anderson, the 14 now on the bottom, getting a push from the teammate of the 17. That's going to be Cole Snyder, side by side here with the leaders into turn number 1. The exit of turn number 2. It's the 17 machine still. 2x2 all the way through this field. 10 laps to go here at Daytona. SVG on the backstretch. He has been aggressive the whole time. He is being aggressive now. We'll see if we can ride with him here. He is P3 looking for more. Will he go to the bottom or just stay here? Some sparks from the 17 into the wall. It's hard to keep some of these cars with all that power off that wall, riding it so tight all the way around this 2.5 mile super speedway. But SVG right now, third and looking for more. There he goes all the way to the bottom with no help. It's SVG. He's going to make the move. Who's going to go with him? He's going to try to block the 17. The 17's going to go up the track. The 3 down. The SVG to the lead. Man, he gave him room to come up. I cannot believe it. Great show there by Chappelle Sr. to not turn the 88. Man, an aggressive move right there. I've seen it in PGR eSports with the likes of Alex Hill, Cody Eagles, guys like that. Man, SVG making that move. We're going to have a wreck a little bit farther back. There goes the 7, the 73, the 24. Oh, no, a great run for him. And, man, the 4, Kenny T's going to get through this one. Cole Snyder, though, unfortunately, he's going to attach from his teammate, who he's worked with all night long, in Chappelle Sr. Doesn't look like too much damage, but going to restart on opposite ends here. With only 8 laps to go now, it might only be about 5 laps to go when we go green. And caution is out. And you see definitely some damage as you see the sparks flying here out of that 24 of Cole Snyder. We go back to the yellow flag and try to figure out what exactly caused this one. Here is your chopper cam. We're going to slow it down. Ooh, and right there, it looks like you see on the top of your screen. Watch the 7 of Murphy and the 73 of Wright. Not sure if there was netcode involved. There's 73 trying to fit it in a hole. And he's going to... Looks like he gets into the 7. The 7's going to come down the racetrack into the 24. Nowhere to go now for them. There's the 24. Gets turned right into the catch fence. Or right into the outside wall, I should say. 73 is going to get some damage. The 7 heavy on the brakes there. Front left damage for him. And another racing incident here at Daytona. Brings out another yellow. See if we can get a better view of the 73 to see if it was netcode or he just in fact got up the racetrack. That's going to be Scott Wright. We'll see if we can go far chase here. Yeah, this should give us a really good view if the 73 does in fact get into the 7 or if we see a little netcode here. He does have a hole. It's not big. Ooh, there it is. He's going to get pushed by the 21. That's going to cause netcode on the 7. So that's what netcode is if the viewers don't know much about it. That 21 machine is going to give a good shot here right to the 73 right here. And the 73 is going to go upwards towards the 7. And that's going to be pure netcode right there. That's the second time tonight we've seen some bad netcode. And the 7 and 73, unfortunate really there for the 7. As the 73 probably would have saved that without the netcode. And sure enough, technology is going to get the best of both of them here tonight, late here in the race. If they got a fast repair, they're going to use it. If not, they're going to be on pit lane trying to fix all that they can. We go back live here. catch up to the front of this pack. It's SVG out front of Jordan Anderson, Dylan Chappelle, Robert Dorman, and Larry Bobbitt. Tell you what, Nick Sipple back in the game here, being scored in the 11th position. We'll have to see if he has enough to get to the end of this one. Ooh, Mark Vondel. He is a regular over in PGR in the Money Racing Series community. Appreciate you, Mark. I try my best. I'm obviously not the lead guy over here on our broadcast team, but I fill in when the guys can't be there. So I like to do it. It's fun for me. I like to talk about the racing itself, and I learn a lot from watching it as well. And so far, a masterclass by SVG and his aggressiveness to continually go from the back to the front, and that is the real SVG that you'll see racing on Sunday in the real life Daytona 500, I believe, for Trackhouse Racing. Great to see him out here. Hopefully, not sure if he's over here in the Discord. If he is, hopefully if he takes top 3, I can get a word with him here tonight. That would be pretty cool. Come on board here with the Week 12 Racing League and get to talk to SVG. That would be pretty darn cool. I'm not sure if I see him over here, but we'll see if we get a word with him after this race, if in fact he finishes in the top 3. And getting some help with some pronunciation, so I appreciate the viewers. I'm always checking the chat to see what I can do better. This is a complete new league for us, a complete new league for me especially. So the 11 car here tonight, and we'll see if we can find them here on the track. Right there, it's Casey. That's going to be pronounced Bristow. So Casey Bristow as in tow truck instead of tow. I was just saying Bristow all night, so I apologize. Appreciate you for letting me know. So Casey Bristow right there in the 7th, or I believe maybe 8th position on top, carrying that Michael Jordan logo, that Toyota Camry, looking stout. Has a great shot here. We're going to have 5 laps to go when we do go green. Yeah. Sadly, I guess SVG only types, does not speak on the mic, but all cool nonetheless. SVG trying to get it done here in the virtual Daytona 500. And the 3 there on the outside of Jordan B. Anderson, that Wrangler. That would be cool, too, to see that 3 car go to victory lane. Great race here so far tonight. The pace car lights are off. It's going to dive down pit lane for what could possibly be the last time tonight. SVG going to lead them down to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back into the air. 5 laps to go when we hit the start-finish line. All bets are off. Who is going to win here and be crowned the 2025 Week 12 Racing League Daytona 500 champion? I wouldn't doubt going 3 wide now. We haven't seen much of it yet. Here we go, 3 wide, the 46 split out wide, 49. Here comes the 49 of Trey Gell, gone. 2x2 down the back stretch. Now we fan out 3 wide. And business is picking up SVG all the way to the top. The 17 is going to find a spot there in the top 3. Wide racing, middle pack on back. Nick Sipple now trying to get back in the action. He is 3 wide with Bobbitt and the 46 of Dorman. There's the 21 as well. Tyler, he's been up front as well. Oh my God, these guys just making crazy aggressive moves to try to get to the front. You gotta time up the run. And ooh, we got a big accident out back. Caution has flown. The 5 involved. The 4 as well. The 5 back up into the outside retaining wall. And with 4 laps to go, that's going to probably set us off into an overtime. Caution out again. And we will head on back. I believe coming outside of turn number 2 is going to bring out the yellow. And there is, oh, right there, Nick Sipple. That's going to end his night. Go back real quick, man. That was crazy there for Nick Sipple. Watch this, the 4 car here on the top of your screen. Pushing the 46. Ooh, there it is, the chain reaction. Ooh, some shotgun netcode almost there from the 46 to the 4. There goes, I believe, Bobbitt. The 5 involved of Claire Murphy. 39 is going to try to escape. The 4 of Kenny T in another accident here tonight, unfortunately. And wow, we'll have to see there what happened with Nick Sipple. I mean, that was very aggressive there. What happened to the front end of his race car. You can see the cockpit here of Sipple. Gonna be a little bit farther back. We'll see right here. Wow. Right there. There's the hood. You see it right there off the back bumper of the 46. And we've had some netcode here in this Gen 6 car here tonight, so some bugs have definitely caused some of these drivers issues. Right now, we're going to take you back up front with your race leader, SVG, as we get ready for NASCAR overtime here on the Week 12 Racing League's Daytona 500 on the PGR eSports Network.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing.
Three by 3.
Almost no trouble around goes Alex Hill. On into the outside wall goes Hill. They're wrecking big time out back. We're not going to throw a caution. To the finish. Who gets it in the line? Cody Nagels wins it at Talladega.
Back here at the World Center of Racing, it looks like the sun's setting just a little bit. The track surface has been hot. It might be cooling down, but the action is getting hotter and hotter out here on the racetrack. SVG leads. Jordan Anderson, Trey Logan, Dylan Chappelle, and Nathan Lehman. That is your current top 5 as we head to NASCAR overtime here in the Week 12 Racing League's season opener from Daytona. It's the Daytona 500. And who is going to roll their Gen 6 Cup car into victory lane? We might find out now. We might find out in a different green, white, checkered. But we're going to find out one way or another as we are set to go racing when we get back around this 2.5 mile super speedway as the pace car lights are off yet again here. And man, I am on the edge of my seat, as should you, or if you are watching here tonight. We do appreciate it here on the PGR eSports Network. And don't go far after the checkered flag tonight. We hope to bring you interviews from all the top 3 if they are there. If not, we'll definitely make sure we take you guys through all the race results here tonight. And I want to say a big thank you to all the admins here at Week 12 Racing League for having us, and hope to see everyone again here in the near future. But right now, some really good action set to take place here in this awesome race we've had here tonight. And just trying to get word about how many green, white checkers we have. I believe it is 3. This will be the first overtime here tonight. So we're going to try to get word from race control right now if it is in fact 3. Just learning some of the rules over here. But I believe it is, and we will let you guys know if in fact it is. SVG and Jordan Anderson set to lead him down. It is 3 green-white checkers, so this will be the first attempt at one right now. When we get to the green flag, there'll be 2 laps to go. If we take the white, the race will be official. Can we get there is the question, because all these cars right now, I'll tell you what, the gloves come off, and everybody right now is every man for themselves. There goes the pace car down pit lane into the Geico restart zone. The 88, the 49, a great push here from Trey to SVG, and they are out and running here with just 2 laps to go in the 500. Yep, single file here now on the top of the racetrack. The bottom lane is forming with Casey Bristow. We'll take a peek here at the middle of the pack. So far, so good and clean. Back up front, it's SVG to the point. But I'll tell you what, no one is going to want to play fiddle. Who is going to go out front? Will the 49 make the move to the bottom? He is clear now. He is not. SVG still leads. There's the 17 and the 11. Columbus come together. The 11's going to think better of it. It's going to push the 17 of Chappelle Sr. here. Can he get him all the way to the front? Will the 14 jump out? The 14's led a little bit here so far tonight. They are wrecking out back, but we have taken the white flag. Here we are. It's going to be a drag race all the way to the finish. Here comes the 1788. Right now, is he a sit-and duck or not? The 49 of Trey Galgon. Can he get it done? The administrator here. The final lap of the Daytona 500. Who's going to take home the hardware? There goes the 11 of Bristow. Oh, the 17's hung out to dry. A side draft hard here. Right now by the 14 machine of Nathan Lehman. He's going to push them all the way to the top. SVG doing the best job that he could possibly do to hold them off. Is he going to do it? SVG, the 14's around. SVG, Shane Van Gisberger, your champion here. Your champion, SVG, gets it done in the mellow yellow 88. You will see him this Sunday in the real Daytona 500. But first, he's going to take the checkers here in the Week 12 Racing League 2025 Daytona 500. I'll tell you what, it'd be pretty cool for me as an announcer here tonight to call this race and watch him possibly go to victory lane on Sunday and hold that trophy over his head. But first, he is going to have that hardware here, and I'll pull it up one more time. In the bottom left of your screen, that is going to be 3D printed and sent over to SVG all the way from Australia. SVG gets it done, holds off the field, man. I'll tell you that. Galgon had a good shot of it. Good shot at it. Looked like Nathan Lehman was side drafting those guys hard to try to get somehow to the front. But the 88, once they started wrecking in his rear view, was full sailing all the way to the checkered flag. You see him burn it down here on the hallowed grounds, the world's center of racing. It's the 88 SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen, your race winner, Trackhouse Racing. An excellent drive. And man, he is having fun out there. Hopefully he's warming up for Victory Lane this Sunday at the real NASCAR Daytona 500. Having some fun out there. Giving our audience and all the crowd here, everyone's still on their feet. Something to cheer for here. Great shot here by SVG. Still having fun down into turn number 1 just about. Your top 3 tonight, SVG, Casey Bristow, and Trey Galgon. As we'll see if we can get some driver interviews here tonight. I'm told SVG does not have a mic, but nonetheless, a great run and a race winning run And, man, all the times he got caught up in racing incidents here tonight and somehow, keep his car in one piece. And how many times did he go from the back to the front? Man, I wish I kept track. He's still having fun out there for the broadcast. There he goes. That's SVG. Great finish to this one. And we'll bring up those race results here. It's SVG, all SVG there on the final lap of the night. The 88 machine in victory lane. That is Shane Van Gisbergen. Runner up here tonight, Casey Bristow. A great run there near the end of the race in the 11 machine to get back up to the front. Third position here tonight, the administrator here at Week 12 Racing League. That's Trey Galgan. I'll tell you what, he was going to try to probably make a move on SVG there. It just didn't work out. And they started wrecking there, and nothing he could do there but bring that machine home in the third position. And running in fourth here tonight, Christopher Murphy. And rounding out your top 5, Jordan B. Anderson. P6 here tonight, Nathan Lehman. He was leading this race late, holding off some teammates too behind him. A great drive for him for Cold Dog Racing. In the 7th position here tonight, Cole Snyder, Dream Team Racing. The 8th position, I've butchered his name just about every time I've said it, so we'll just say John S. He will finish in the 8th position. Chase Willis in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight will be Dylan Chappelle, Sr. Not the finish he was looking for. Ran up front most all the race with his teammate, and sadly for him, got caught up there in the last couple laps as well. 11th tonight, Robert Dorman. 12th tonight will be Davey Weaver. Finishing in P13 will be Kenny T. Man, he had to weather a lot of storms tonight as well. Claire Murphy in the 14th position. Nick Sipple led early and often. He'll finish in the 15th position. Larry Bobbitt in 16th. Zachary Tyler 17th. Scott Wright in 18th. And Ryan Wayne in 19th. And I don't know if Wesley Napier was able to even get on track here tonight, but Wesley Napier, it looks like 8 laps for Wesley Napier, and they will finish in 20th position here tonight. So that is your final race results. That is your top 20. And we will try to get some driver interviews here. We'll see if anyone's left in the Discord and go back to this finish here. You'll see SVG off turn number 4 there in the background. Holding off the field. That was Trey Galgan. He was second. We'll try to bring him up here for an interview. And we have your second place finisher. It's going to be the 49 carrying that G3 graphic machine here. That Toyota Camry. It's Trey Galgan. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Trey, first off, we want to thank you from me and on behalf of PGR eSports for having us come out broadcasting this race. And it's always nice to kind of join a new league or a series and get to know some new drivers. We're kind of used to the same ones for the last couple of years, and come in here and we had some really, really good racing, especially early in this race. Kind of walk us through what you guys do here at Week 12 Racing League before we get to this race specifically.
Well, every Monday and Tuesday nights, but Monday nights is our Cup Series that we run our Gen 6 Cup car, the latest Cup car that's not the next gen car. You know what I'm saying? But we run that on Monday nights, 7 o'clock practice, 8 o'clock race, which is fixed setups. And then same thing on Tuesday nights, fixed setups, 7 o'clock practice, 8 o'clock race, but with the Xfinity cars. And then that basically follows the whole schedule with the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series, whatever they're running that week, that's what we run, and it's half the scheduled laps for that week. So, yeah, it's a fun time. We're always looking for new drivers, and yeah, it's a fun time.
Well, we brought you some new drivers here today. I know Nick Sipple was in this field. I was glad to post it over in my Discord tonight, and once I usually do that, we try to get some new drivers to some of these other leagues because, we kind of just run a series. So glad to see some of our guys coming over, and hopefully we could see your guys coming over race with us for some money here and there. But walk us through it, man. You made a hard charge here at the end to get up front, and you're running second to a guy that's going to race Sunday in the real Daytona 500. The word I'm getting is that is the real SVG, and you're running second to him. You're coming out of turn number 4, and unfortunately, it looked like the 3 and I believe this 14 got into it and kind of ruined your chances there, trying to find a way around 88. What were you thinking through that moment, and did you have anything for SVG here tonight?
Yeah, I was gonna maybe try and move there off of 4 there. Just that top line was really strong throughout the whole night, and so I was gonna try and move there off 4, but 14 just got beside me, and I just knew at that point I just had to help the 88, and that's just was my only option. Me and Shane actually worked together at Trackhouse. Obviously, he's the driver that I work for in the Cup Series. So if I'm going to help someone win a race, it's going to be him. So at the end of the day, it worked out for the both of us.
Well, man, it was a pleasure getting to call this race, especially with him in it. And you never know who you're going to meet on here. And like I said, we do appreciate you guys having us. Hopefully, I did a good enough job. I was kind of up in the booth here by myself tonight. But it's hard to, kind of hard to call a 100-lap race by yourself. Kind of run out of stuff to talk about. But I got you guys, it was an exciting race. So you didn't really, I was able to fill a lot of spots there with some really high-quality racing, especially in the front of this pack. A lot of big runs generated here tonight. You had some cautions, mainly due to some checkups, and that's what you're going to get here in this Gen 6 car. But, man, we appreciate it up here. And before we let you go tonight, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Obviously, shout out G3 Graphics. You can find them out on Facebook. Keep Digging. Find them out on Facebook as well. And then Admin Box is another one of our sponsors. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, all that great stuff. And then thank you guys for broadcasting the race and what you guys did for us tonight.
We appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Celebrate that third place finish, podium finish tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was your third place finisher of the night. That was Trey Galgon. And now we're going to bring up our runner up here to the booth, Casey Bristow. Casey Bristow, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, you almost got the job done. I know runner up is good and all. I know you probably want to dig a little bit more and try to take home that trophy tonight. We were just trying to show a quick replay here of that checkered flag. I'll take down the race results here in just a second so you could kind of walk us through what you were seeing here from your cockpit as you come out of turn 4 here and have a shot to win the race here tonight. What did you see?
I was just looking for, some space to try to contend for the win. And then when they started wrecking, I was just like, don't get caught up in this. Maybe you'll get a top 3 and get a chance to get an interview. But my goal was just to try to find some daylight, and I found some daylight down below in the grass and came home P2, so I'll take it.
Yeah, we're watching it now. You got to go under the yellow, but hey, when you're avoiding a wreck, the rules state you can go below the yellow, and you made a great drive through the grass to get to the checkered finish in P2. And you know what? The guy that's on top, we were talking about him a lot in the broadcast. I didn't know myself until it was confirmed in the race chat. That is the real SVG. So what is it like to run out there with the guy that's going to run it here in the Sunday in the real Daytona 500?
It's really, really cool. I mean, if you're going to finish second to anybody, finishing second to somebody who's at the top level of NASCAR, how awesome is that? I mean, no complaints out of me. I mean, obviously I would have loved to win, but, second place to an actual NASCAR driver, and then what he was doing in his home country of Australia, those supercars, it's just that's awesome. That's a talented driver. I've seen the moves he was making all night. It's just he's heads above us in terms of racing talent, but it's okay. iRacing is a very fun community. I tell my fiance that all the time. I'm like, I'll go out there and I'll race against somebody and I'll win. I'll blow them out. And then the people I win against will race against somebody and they'll kick somebody's butt. and then the people, I'll go race somebody and they'll just destroy me. It's a unique community, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it sounds like one, and I'm glad we stumbled upon it here at PGR eSports. You know, I'm the series owner over at PGR eSports. Not really our lead broadcasting guys here tonight, but I'm out there kind of filling in for some of them, and we like to take some other leagues and series. And man, I'll tell you what, we saw some really good racing up here tonight out on the track. You guys put on a show for all the viewers here tonight. Still got some viewers out there right now. So before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or thanks here tonight?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to give all praise, all glory to God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Not because I finished second, not because I'm able. Well, it's because I'm able to do this. I live in a time where iRacing is a thing. I'm not. I'm fortunate to be alive in 2025 and not 100+ years ago fighting in World War I. It's just. It's a blessing to be with a group of people that enjoy the same things as I do. So, whether I'm drinking water or waking up daily, all praise goes to God. I want to thank, big shout out to a new team that I formed with a friend of mine, Paxton Brandon, Bristow Racing, P2 for them. That's exciting. A big shout out to my fiance, Stephanie. I hope she's watching. I'll be getting married to her in less than 40 days, so big stuff coming up in my life and hers. And then just big thanks to everybody here at Week 12 Racing that puts this on. Trey, Spencer, everybody who tuned in. Just thank you, and looking forward to more racing. Hopefully I'll be in the race tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, Casey, hopefully we see you more down the road in this series if we carry some of these races, and hope to see some of you guys over racing the PGR eSports Money Race soon. We appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the way in this series. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job with announcing tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That is your runner-up of the race. That's going to be Casey Bristow in that Jordan 11 Toyota Camry getting it done here tonight. And there you see now your race winner. We won't be able to get a word with him here tonight, but you're going to see him on Sunday in the Daytona 500. That is going to be the 88 of Shane Van Gisberger. Man, he's a road course ringer, but now he's all about the ovals as well, as he is going to be driving for Trackhouse Racing in the Daytona 500. And we'll see if he can go back-to-back here now between the Week 12 Racing League and the Daytona 500. He has a chance to do the double that no one else can do. It's the 88 of SVG. Final results one more time tonight. That's your top 18 right there. We had 20 drivers in the field here tonight. And you're going to see the top 20. There's Wesley Napier, Ryan Wayne. We'll bump it down real quick so you can see the top 18 one more time as SVG earlier. Burning them down here for the crowd at Daytona and all the viewers here tonight. We appreciate everyone at the Week 12 Racing League for letting us come here and call this race tonight. Very excellent, high-quality racing from all the drivers here. And we look forward to hopefully calling some more races of theirs in the future. As for myself, Michael Triscaro here at PGR eSports, we hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see you soon.